Hey everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth, and this is Elton John's great tour. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's not Elton John's tour. It sure looks like it, doesn't it? It's Create Above and Beyond. Yeah, we're out here outside the, I almost want to call this a warehouse, but I guess it's turned into like a factory. This is kind of where we left off with this huge mess. Don't get cooked, Piggy. Don't get cooked. But I have, off camera in a creative world, I have done some experimenting, and I think I've come up with a better way to have this laid out, where it's going to take up about half the space. It's going to make more sense. I don't know if it'll work better or not, but it'll definitely take up less space. It'll be easier to navigate and get through. So that's what we're going to do. I just figured I would start out showing you what the existing structure looks like, so that as we work through it and start building other, or tearing down and rebuilding, basically, that yeah, you'll get to see the progress. You get to see how things go. But check this out. So somebody was saying you know how I'm always trying to break stuff, so I'm using like axes and pickaxes and whatnot, and things take forever to break. Somebody said if I right-click with a wrench. Whoa! What does that do? Is it just changing the visual aesthetic of it, or is it actually like functionally make something different happen? I thought they said if I right-click on stuff that it'll break it. Let's see here. Let's find something else that's not too big of a deal to break that can be easily put back. How about you? Well, right-click manipulates and moves. Maybe it was left-click. No, it's not that either. Shift right-click? Did I pick up the item? I think I did. I've got one in my inventory. Let's try again. Oh, it worked. Okay, so shift right-click tears things up. So I could just destroy this whole thing in like nobody's business, nobody's time, except for items like this, like signs and pieces of wood. Yeah. See how you're like getting... Okay. See how this blows on me? My new design's going to fix that. See how I always worry about getting cooked? My new design's going to fix that. Yeah. Watched a few videos, saw a few other tricks people were doing, and decided I'm going to borrow a few of their ideas, put them together with some of my own. And I get the feeling, I'm not 100% here, but I get the feeling that let's see here, can you stand on that and not move? Okay. Oh no, but now I can't jump up there. Piggy parkour is what this is. It's the impossible parkour course. Say that 10 times fast. That 10 times fast. But yeah, see how this is spread out all over the place? So I think what I'm going to be able to do is we're going to be able to put the clay farm here. It'll turn and go this way for the algal brick. And then I think it extends that way to do the mechanisms. And off over here to the side will be the tree farm. So basically we're going to get this whole area back. Now what I haven't figured out is in the process of making this, we need to have saws. Let's see here. Can I squat? And yeah, see, stone saws. And then up there, up on the rooftop, here we go again with the whole... I thought I could, but wait, I want to try something. Right-click you, right-click you. The parrots and the flaps. What does that mean? Make two belt-mounted funnels kiss. Okay. You know what? Could those two go together and you don't need belts? Let's do this. Let's put them together. It won't let me grab that. Oh, I got to have an empty hand. There we go. Let's do that, and let's put that in there. Oh, it's still not moving. Okay, so apparently... Now, I don't know if it's because it sees belts there, so it's like, oh, nope. Or maybe that's just a way to like cover things up so you don't see them moving. I don't know. We'll have to experiment with that. That would be interesting to experiment with. Can I right-click and just put you... What's going on? Is it breaking it? How about if I do that? If I drop it? Drop it, Piggy. Okay, I can throw it in there. That's weird. If I right-click, it's like it breaks it. Will you... Oh, maybe it's full. It's full of algal brick. We'll just put it in there. There we go. More of this. Okay, my other design, I think, is going to also avoid having that happen as well. But yeah, for right now, just to keep this thing aesthetically pleasing, we're going to have to climb up there and manually add the fish nets or whatever those things are called. But first things first, we're going to need a ton of chutes. Yes, we are. Oh, it was shift. Oh, shift right click. Okay. Whoop. There we go. We'll just break those. We'll collect those because those are going to be important. Those are going to mean something. We'll need those. Grab that and that. You know what's awesome? By doing that, when I break something, I don't have to worry about it flying off somewhere. It automatically goes in my inventory. That is cool. I like that. But yeah, see, so I've got an idea with this. So the chute, the cool thing about the chute, oh shoot, watch this. Well, that doesn't work. Let's open you up. Let's put you in there. Did you see it drop? And it went right down there. Now, you might be asking yourself, Piggy, why do you have a chest right here? Well, because here's the deal. This thing is moving at a slow pace, okay? What I need is a way for this to be like a buffer. So in other words, if this thing's spitting out like 5 and then 2 and then 10 and then 1, but this thing is only doing like, it's only extracting from this half of that speed, well, then that stuff can keep falling down and getting collected in here, and it won't all back up or get overflowed. Now, the only problem that I just thought of, if I've got chutes dropping items through the air, when they land here and go into the chest, what happens if the chest gets full? If the chest gets full, then everything that falls and lands will just despawn. So I might have to modify my design to have maybe like 2 or 3 chests here, just so there's a huge storage buffer. So that way, as items fall, if this, say that for whatever reason, my chest at the end is full of kinetic mechanisms, and so the whole machine shuts down. Well, if the whole machine shuts down, I don't want to waste those fishnet things up there dropping clay and sand down and it not getting collected. So I might have to build a little buffer. So yeah, I'm going to have to rethink that. But I tell you what I'm going to do, so that it's not boring for you, I'm going to use this here wrench. I'm going to start tearing all this apart. And then, bit by bit, as I start building each segment of the new factory, I'm going to bring you back and I'm going to show you each segment, how it works. And then, what are we going to do with all these here water wheels? What do we got? 2, 4, oh no, probably 6. We got at least 8 water wheels. Water wheels. Wishing the word or moving the word around. We're going to fix that. I think I'm going to be able to get it where you won't be able to see the water wheels. But we're also going to do something pretty cool with the water wheels, okay? So y'all just sit tight. Give me a second. Let me tear all this down, and we're going to start building and making a really, really nice kinetic machine factory. And look at there. Look at how much room we got. Now, this isn't even far from finished. I figured I would do it in modules, and I would bring you back as I add to it, just so I can easily explain what's going on, and so that you can see what's going on. Now, the first thing you notice is this thing's got power. Where's the power coming from, Piggy? I don't see anything. It's like magic. How's it working? That shaft right there is how it's working. I'll show you. It's a secret. It's an underground secret. Look at this. We've got... I have got 9 water wheels going. I figured out that you can do a maximum of 9 water wheels. If I add a 10th, it'll pop off. Now, I don't know if that was because of how much power was being asked that like things break, or if 9 is the limit. I don't know. But I can do 9 right here. Now, my goggles aren't working. I had a viewer say if something called Jade, Jade, is installed in the mod pack, it breaks the ability for the glasses to work. And Jade is working. That is what... Let me see if I can demonstrate it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is what lets me look and squat and see everything that's in there. Now, that would mean that if I looked at this and squatted, because it said something about the interface works through Jade now, and I am wearing my goggles, But when I squat, I don't see anything. The only other suggestion I saw was if you uninstall Jade or turn it off, toggle it off, then the goggles will work. To me, that's kind of stinkerish because it's nice to be able to look at inventories, especially things like the deployers and stuff where you can't see inside them. But if I squat, then I can see what's inside them, so I can make sure it's receiving materials. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But check this out. So remember how I said 9 is the max, and if you add more, it breaks, right? But this is cool. If I put a shaft right here, probably would have to do 2 to get past the width of the gear. I can put 9 more water wheels on the other side. Is it getting nighttime? Piggy, are you Yes, you are, Piggy. You're letting it get nighttime. Bad guys are going to come and blow up all your progress, and then when you try to explain to people, it's not going to make any sense because it's all been blown up. So let's go ahead and sleep. And there's other, so it's taken me 7, what is this, episode 7? It's taken me 7 episodes to learn a few things. I did have another viewer said that they enjoyed watching the videos because they liked watching my process of thinking things through and figuring things out, and it helped them. So I hope that's what's going on here, is the things that I've learned, I hope it helps you. That's what I'm hoping. So let's see here. We need some, look at all these, look at all this stuff that I gathered up. Do I have any clay? Oh, tartar sauce. I don't have any clay. I can't demo this. Okay, well then we'll have to do it when we come back. I did figure out a way to add nets automatically to that. And I have figured out a way to build nets. I don't know if I'm going to get that in this build for this episode, but we will eventually get it. I have figured out a way, I think, where I could almost automate every single item this will need. And then we could just turn it on and let it go, and we'll have kinetic mechanisms coming out of our ears. It'd be cool. It might be painful, but it'll be cool. So this is going up, and it's operating this gear, which is now sped up and making this mixer work super fast. I've got another mixer. Where is it? Wait, is that in the right spot? I might have to double check my... I think that's in the right spot. We'll do the same here. So it makes the mixer go super fast. But here's the thing. So if you input with the andesite belt funnel thingy, but you don't output with it, you can specify a recipe filter. And so what that means is this thing will only output the Algal blend. So we have the kelp will be incoming this way. The clay and sand and everything will fall right here. It'll go through here. I figured out we can put the fluid above a belt and fans pointing down. So we can wash things like that. So we're going to send the clay and the sand and everything through. It's going to get washed, turned into sand. It will hit this basin that will get mixed with the kelp. And that will turn it into Algal blend. And it'll come over here. And then we've got our chest as a little buffer. Because here's the thing. Let's say over here that the mechanisms are backed up. Or that the wood that we need, the half slabs, are a little backed up. This system behind it could keep running and fill up with Algal blend before these belts fill up, before the basin fills up, before... See how this is shut down? That's shut down because this basin is full of kelp and can't move forward. So by using chests, I'm creating buffer zones where parts of the machine can keep working while other parts of the machine might be shut down. Then we're transferring this power over here to these fans. That's going to put the Algal... Now, I can do this. I do have this, so I can demo this part. Come here, Algal blend. You just go in there and watch. It's going to come out. It's going to slowly make its way over, and it should get cooked right about here. You're going to get cooked? There it goes. And then it goes right in here. And it goes into that basin. Now this basin, I've got a filter set for the andesite alloy. I think this is what it's called. And what we're going to do is at this spot, straight down, we're going to have our andesite factory. And it's going to send andesite straight up into a hopper that will feed into this. And that is going to let us put andesite and Algal blend into this basin. And that's going to make our andesite alloy. And then from right over here, we're going to have our little deployers making our kinetic mechanisms. And going in this here general direction will be the saws and everything for the wood farm. Might have to dig some of this out. We'll have to experiment with it. We'll see where it goes. We're going to have to... Now, I don't have the wood farm perfected. I may not be able to get that in this episode. We might have to do next episode. So the things missing from the wood farm is I can rebuild that design where it like swoops around and chops the trees. But we're kind of far away. I thought I heard a zombie. We're kind of far away from over there to get bone meal, so I still have to solve that. And I still have to create a way to separate the sticks and the saplings and feed the saplings back into the machine so it doesn't run out of saplings. And I think we need, let's just double check. While we're here, let's just look. R for recipe. Yeah, we're going to need to take sticks from that, and we're going to need to make canvas. Canvas comes from straw, and the way it looks like to automate straw is that we would mill wild rice or rice panicle. And it's going to give us rice and straw. What are the uses for rice? Pancakes, bags of rice, cooked rice, dog food. I don't want dog food. A bag of rice, a pancake, and a bag of rice. It's pretty much dog food, bags of rice, or pancakes. I guess we can have a ton of pancakes to eat. It's just as long as I don't get sick of pancakes. Of course, that means we have a lot of other stuff. I wish there was a way to use rice to turn it into glue. That would be great. Then we wouldn't need the slime for super glue. But I digress. That's something I'll have to solve later. But apparently if we get rice going, we could use it to make the canvas to make the filters up there. So we can automate that. And then the stone saw. Wait, back up. I know we've done this before, but okay, let's click off there. Then let's do R for recipe. No. Flint. Sticks and flint. Wait, different kind of sticks? Just a ton of sticks and flint. Mending. Indestructible. Enchanted book, indestructible. What's the recipe for that? There isn't one. Oh my gosh, if we could find an indestructible book, we could make one saw and just be done with it. Oh man. That would be awesome. Let's see here. Is there a recipe for flint? Mill. Mill gravel. Is there a recipe for gravel? We could crush cobblestone and turn it into gravel. Okay. That's a little bit of work. But there might be a way to automate all the materials we need for saws. So, like I said, eventually, now I think the saws last quite a while, so I'm not too worried about that right now. But eventually, yeah, guys, cook. Just keep cooking. There might eventually be a way to make every single element of this machine automated, and then we would be done with it by episode 30. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so I am going to get working on trying to finish this up. Like I said, I got some more elements. We need to get the part right here with the deployers. We need to get the tree farm set up over here. And then we might have a nice, compact, much simpler, cleaner way to understand what's going on. And potentially even faster. Although I don't know. I think our limited speed is going to be by how long this stuff takes to cook. We could probably speed it up, but this would have to be longer. Because it would be going fast, so we would need more spaces for water and for lava. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know what our demand for kinetic mechanisms is going to be. I demand them, I tell you. Or maybe there'll be a villager over there. It's like, this is my store now. This is where I work. I demand. I don't know. And just on a side note, with the kelp coming in like this, we may have to move this here doorway. I'm not certain. Like, it might make more sense to shift it over to this side. So that, because right now when we walk in, we kind of walk right into the machine. But if we've got it pushed over to this side, let's see, we got two openings, 1, 2. One would be towards the gear, 2 would be like this, so our opening would be right through here. Might do that. I don't know yet. Still have to experiment, but I need to get this working. And enough flapping your gums, Piggy. People are waiting to see this thing completely finished, so you can move on. You've been dragging your feet for 7 episodes. Let's get something done here. Let's get some work done, as Dadcraft would say. All right, so give me just a second. Let me work a little bit harder, see if I can get this all finished. I'll bring you back, and hopefully we'll see a finalized, finished, functioning kinetic mechanism in action. That'd be awesome. So I'll be right back. Check it out. It's a-working. It's alive. Alive. Yes, it is. Oh, man, this is so cool. So what I did was I moved the door over. So now we have this stuff going in right here. Kind of like a little slot. I wish there was a different device, maybe a different object I could use. I probably need to research and see if there's any other cool thing we could put there. But for now, that's what it's going to be. So we have this nice big opening that we can get through. We're not going to run into stuff. So it seems a little more aesthetically pleasing. I had to move the wall forward a little bit for it, but I'm not too concerned. And right now the water tower looks like a mess because I'm going to go up there in a minute and show you what it looks like. It is definitely a different water tower design. But now we've got kelp coming in. Kelp is going to two different places. It'll go here to make the algal blend, and the leftover, oh, you saw what's in my inventory. The leftover will drop over here, and it's going down to an area that is collecting bone meal. Now, I will need to set up a way to move bone meal to the tree farm, and that's not ready yet. Son, you're going to be a problem. But yeah, so the materials that I've got in my hand are the ones that we still need to get to the factory. The sediment strainers. I've got some algal blend, so I'm just going to drop it in the machine so you can see it. Algal brick, andesite, and spruce logs. I thought I could get it all squeezed into this episode in time. Time just got away from me, I tell you. But here's all the new stuff we got going on. Let's do this first. Let's look at the water tower. That way we can go ahead and get clay going. So here's a water tower up here. I've got it wide open. I may need to explore. Like right now, I don't have access to jungle wood. There's a whole bunch of woods I don't have access to. Maybe once I get more, we can put some different stuff on here so that we can kind of get different color design. But right now, it's just hollow in there. And I really couldn't figure out a way to hide it all, so I just covered it up. So, oh, let's see if I can squat. There we go. These little guys sneaking around down there. I know you're staring at me from afar. Don't worry about it. I'm being safe. Go do your OSHA inspection violation somewhere else, please. So the way this is going to work is this chute, we're going to eventually be blowing upwards and making the sediment strainers come up here. They're going to go into this hopper, and they're going to turn and follow this path around. Okay, I know I said that I wasn't going to break any OSHA violations. I'm sorry. They will make their way around to the edge. Oh, I can't. Okay. All right. It's going to be what it's going to be. I can't show you all the way around like I wanted to. But if you notice, I've got a hopper going down into the strainer base. And then over here, I've got one pointed in there. And then on this side, I've got two. Let's see. One. Oh, those two on that side. It goes all. This top line of hoppers goes around and goes over to two more hoppers on the other side that would be pointed on these two faces on that side. If that makes sense. Maybe we can see it from here. I don't know. Nope, we can't. And then I've got this. This is a safer design so that Piggy won't get himself stuck and hurt. Look, I can go down here or I can just climb right back out because of ladders. So, just to show you that this works, I don't know if I can reach this from here. You know what we could do? Oh, I can't break that because of the way my hand is going. Is that a hopper? That's a hopper. Watch this. If I drop it in there, where'd it go? It didn't go anywhere. What happened? Where did it go? Come on, sediment strainers. There we go. There's one. Why is this one not working? Maybe I should debug things before I just... Oh, because it has to make itself all the way around. That's what it is. And the downside to this is, if you notice, look, that's going to back up to 5. So if we do this and I pop some over here, oh, one just appeared over there. Do you see it? So there is actually a way to send, and is there a hopper right there? Yes, there is. We can do that. Oh, one appeared right there. So now I have a way to actually feed strainer bases in and get them to go into, what do you call them? I can't do two things at one time. I can't chew bubble gum and close trapdoors. Yeah, that's the way that looks now. So there is a way to automate building strainer bases. Make that ring go away. Come back another day, please. And there's also a way that we're going to be able to push those built strainer bases up there. So that was a mess. So that's now automated. So we got that going. Okay, cool. So now that we have got clay dropping in from the system, we're creating algal blend. Look at that. That's awesome. It's going to make its way through here. Let's just drop a little bit more algal blend in there. And look at there. It's turning into bricks. Awesome, awesome. Let's jump over here. So we have got all this stuff tied together right here. And I've got this here 45-degree belt going up here to the top. And it's going to send the... I do love I can stand right here and it doesn't move me around. It's going to send that andesite alloy stuff up here to these two deployers, and this last deployer has got my my saw in it. But then we're also taking power from there, sending it over here. This is going to automate the belt to bring logs out. Then we're pulling power off here to push that belt, but we're also running up to this gear, and this gear up has got these saws spinning way faster, if you notice, than that. And you want the saws spinning in this direction against the direction the wood would be fed. So let's do this. We're going to drop some logs in. Watch, they're going to start, ooh, they get shot across fast. They get blocked up back here because this thing is awaiting. And look at that. Look at that. So I went ahead and put filters on this so that nothing goes wrong. We're going to have stripped wood is allowed to come off here. Planks are allowed to come off here. And half slabs are allowed to come off here. And those half slabs go in there. And they go right here and get collected, so that can back up. Do I got any andesite alloy up there? No, I don't. So let's do this. We'll climb up here, get ourselves wedged in here. So we have algal. Why is that backing up? Oh, because it's straight to a basin. Okay, that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll throw in some andesite. And now Piggy is... Oh, I can get out. I can get out. Yes. Oh, no, I don't have food. Start the camera rolling, and I don't have any food. Where did I put my carrots? There we go. We're going to be jumping around and hurting ourselves. We got to have food. So, yeah, right now, this whole thing is running by itself. Look at that. It's blending up the algal blend. It's making it... Yeah, you blend. It's going through here. It's got the half slabs, the andesite alloy. And we are making a ton of kinetic mechanisms. Now the cool thing is right now the way this thing works, it's feeding in whatever I put into it. So we can do this and I can go ahead and dump this stuff in here so I can go ahead and use up the bricks that I've already made, and it's just gonna, you know, say this thing stops making a... Oh no, that's where those went. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. We don't want those to despawn. Those took a little work. But yeah, eventually we'll have that feeding up there. That'll go down. Did we take a look at it? I don't think we did. Let's take a look. Stuff might take a... Ooh, this is noisy right here. We might need earplugs. Those pillager guys are going to come over here and say I'm violating OSHA stuff. Where is it? I guess it takes a minute. Those strainers take a minute. It'll have to build up. But yeah. Oh, there it goes. Woohoo! We got sand coming through. Sand is going to slowly make its way over here and get turned into clay. There we go. You saw it happen here first. Then we got stuff going through here. Algal blend getting cooked and turned into that. Awesome. I love it. This is so cool. So finally we've got a real contraption after multiple episodes going. We still got a mess of a building to work on. But that's okay. I think we're going to figure it out. So I think in next episode, what we need to do, and I'm going to try and see if I can do it between episodes, just so we're actually getting some more forward progress. I feel like in this episode, we kind of rehashed what we've already done. We just managed to make it in a, look, we actually have a working thing going kind of ordeal. Yeah. But I will need to figure out a way to get the bone meal from over there. What might make more sense is we send the bone meal from there right over to here and put the tree farm right here. And then that tree farm could go towards this. And so at the end of everything, we've got kinetic mechanisms. Instead of trying to shove the tree farm right here. That might be what we do. So I need to put in a tree farm here. I need to get the andesite factory that's over there underground right here. And a ton of chutes so that I can push it up. Because let's see. We want the chutes to come up to here. And what level are we at? We're at 66. So I need about a stack of chutes. And what was the recipe for those again? Oh, I've got it right over here. R for recipe. Iron sheets, andesite alloy. Well, we're making andesite alloy now with a machine, so I can get that out of there. And these iron sheets, 1 ingot for 1 sheet. So I need 2 ingots for how many chutes? 4 chutes. So 16. I need 32 iron ingots. That's not too bad. That was going to be way worse. Okay, so 32 ingots. I can do that. I can get 32 ingots. And then we can start getting those chutes. I can get the andesite alloy thing moved over here, so we'll have that automated. I think that will be all the stuff. The only other 2 things I'll have to eventually solve is the strainer bases and the saws. And this entire machine will finally be like 100%. You eat them carrots. Don't you get hungry. Will be 100% automated. Then we can move on. Let's take one more refresher look real quick. No, don't shut the game down. What was the additional quest? Wait a minute. I don't remember pinning that. Unpinned? There you go. Get out of here. We don't need you pinned. High aspirations. What was the additional stuff? Oh, wait. I don't know if I ever read any of this. A boreal extractor. Liquid resin can be extracted from healthy trees using arboreal extractors. The more the merrier. What would it... Oh, it gives us resin? Oh, wait. Go back. What would resin do? Would it resonate? Rubber stamper. Gather the resin via a network of fluid pipes and use a basin press to solidify it. Finally smelt the raw rubber into its cured state. Bon appetit. All sealed up. From here, it's really no hassle to do things manually. If you must, you can always come back with some mechanical crafters later on. A sealed mechanism. Oh. Ooh. Congrats, now you have a good supply of sealed mechanisms. Your future self will thank you. Sealed mechanisms. What do those do? Ooh, what is that? A seared chute. Okay. Sealed mechanism. U for use. Sealed mechanisms will let me make a smeltery controller or a copper machine. U for use. Copper machines, cable facades. Is that it? Smart fluid pipes, portable fluid interfaces, hose pulleys. Hose pulleys, portable... Oh, we can do that with either saw. Okay, oh, here's a bunch of stuff. Oh! Integral components, magnetic dynamo, spouts. Oh, man. So, copper machine looks an awful lot like... Andesite machine. That's what's going on. So we're going to need to make sealed mechanisms. How do you make sealed mechanisms? Aha! Kinetic mechanism with rubber. And now we've got a way to automate rubber by following this. Using an arboreal extractor to get liquid resin from trees. So I'll have to look and experiment with that. Oh, well, you know what? Let's look at it real quick. Arboreal... Maybe extractor? Arboreal. Oh, arbor, like tree, arboreal. Well, that's hard to say. Oh, that's easy to make. A bucket and an andesite machine will make it. U for use. How does this work? See, it's showing me. Do you hook it straight to a tree and leave the tree sitting there? I will have to experiment. I will have to figure that out. But we'll have a way to make rubber. Well, that'll be nice. Because making all these belts is a pain, too. Trying to gather up all that mess. All them flowers and all that mess. Won't have to do that anymore. We can automate belts as well. Awesome. All right, cool. It's all starting to come together. It's all starting to make a little bit more sense. But this is cool. I'm loving this. We got this really cool machine going, and I built it with my own bare trotters, I tell you. But if you enjoyed this episode, please click that like button. If you want to see more of these release them, not already subscribed, and you want to be, well, you know what to do. Just go down there and hit that subscribe button. And then whatever episodes come out, hopefully you'll get notified, and you'll get to see them showing up as well. I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to see if I can get this here tree farm set up, move that andesite machine, try and get everything up and running for next episode, that's when I hope to see you. It's in the next episode of Create Above and Beyond.